guys, Frank here, your virtual general aviation aviator, and today in I am in the Carbon Cub at KRDU, and my plan is to take a look at at the at a couple of the paid scenery packages for KRDU. Now, right now, what I have um, open is the scenery package of KRDU. Well, first of all, I'm at General Aviation, and I have the scenery package open that I got from what do you call that place? X-Plane.org. Had a brain freeze there for a second. So and I'm in the Carbon Cub. The reason I'm in the Carbon Cub is because I can fly this guy around as slow as 35, 40 knots, and that's slow enough to really take a good look at the scenery from the air. Let's get in and get it started. Anyway, so what you're looking at are the buildings at KRDU, and TAC Air and Landmark Aviation is correct. Now, I really love the way they have modeled the buildings in this scenery package. Um, in fact, these buildings here at General Aviation uh, had compelled me to stick with this scenery package for a long, long time. I finally wound up giving it up because the taxiways Charlie, Delta, Echo, and Juliet that allow me to get from the south side of the airport, which is where I'm at now, which contains runways 5 right and 2 3 left. Um, I can't get over to 5 left and 2 3 right using this scenery package because the bridges are literally out. They're just not modeled well, and I am going to just take off right where I'm at. Um, the the I got it on good authority that the FAA um, is not working today. So yeah, I'm taking some liberties. So I think there have been times when I've been able to cross on. Now these are the bridges here. The road goes up under, and these bridges um, are just not modeled at all. Let's see, where's my airspeed? Let me change to that guy so I can make sure I don't stall the aircraft. Um, and quite frankly, those are the main crossovers from one side of the parallel runways to the other. Um, I, every time I cross, I get the airplane just sink into the terrain, and I have to restart the sim. Now the two taxiways that we were just looking at are Charlie and Delta. Let's go over here and take a look at Juliet. So there are four taxiways that get you across Charlie, Delta, Juliet, and Elko, or Elko and Juliet. But I'm gonna do Juliet, then we'll circle back to Elko. But in the meantime, take a look at what the scenery looked like. I mean, it is so gorgeous. It's a shame that the taxiways don't work. Now, I did reach out to the developer on X-Plane.org. It's the package. See, now I have the same problem here. This is just not solid. Um, so because of that, I have pretty much abandoned this package and have been flying with Feelthere, which I am going to load up in just a few minutes. So just stay patient. But I just want to show you what's there. So this is, the buildings is a good representation of what I think is actually out at RDU. I'm not so sure about the cargo terminals. These This is FedEx and UPS cargo terminals here. And while they got the trucks, the liveries for some reason are wrong, but that may not be the package. That may be Traffic Global. I think that Traffic Global is what's putting in the liveries. But yeah, so let's go up and take a look at Juliet. And while we're on our way up there, we'll take a look at Terminal 2, or yeah, I think it's called Terminal 2. They may have renamed it. I rarely fly commercially. Um, Actually, I rarely fly. But if I had my druthers, it would be general aviation. Um, the the liveries are the aircraft that's parked at the terminals are primarily from Traffic Global, which is a fantastic add-on. I highly recommend it for those of us who don't do a lot of ATC. Um, so the um, the representation of the terminals are not bad for this package. Um, I don't think they're bad at all. Let me just do a fly over here. And I'm not one of those guys who usually fly from outside the airplane. I know I can jump out and show you the scenery this way. Uh, in fact, as you can see, I'm not even trained to fly this way. Um, but the parking deck is representative. The the terminal looks represent, and I think this package got a fair amount of detail in it. Um, in fact, if if I was taxiing, I think you could literally see inside the terminals, or I think you can actually put the camera inside the terminal and see some of the terminals from the inside. All right, let's get on there over to Juliet. Um, yeah, so I'm headed to the south of the um, airport, and so this is Juliet up here. Hopefully, you can see my cursor moving. But this is Juliet up here, and I can cross the bridge, but I can't come off the bridge, and I can't get on the bridge. So this is not um, done very well at all. So for Payware, this, even with the detail, you would expect the taxiways to work. And I also got a floating building. I like to call it red. Well, I heard somebody use the term red herring, and that building is a red herring. But I got one building that just kind of floats. There it is. just, you can see this building is not the way it should be. And I do have the meshes that come with the air that comes with this scenery package installed and running. Building's just floating there. Um, and I think that's the, well, that one is floating too, isn't it? Yeah. So, those types of things takes away from the immersion. But other than that, other than the two sets of floating buildings and the taxiways not being passable, then I think it's a really good package. But those things for me turned out to be a deal breaker. Um, I'm looking at about 23 frames per second, and my specs, 23 frames at this airport is about all I can expect. I got my sliders relatively high. Um, the other thing that this airport does not have is any autogen traffic. I don't recall ever seeing any autogen traffic at this airport, whereas I do see autogen traffic at the Feelthere Payware package. All right, so let's jump into Feelthere, and I'm gonna start back at Landmark and kind of do a similar route here. All right, so yeah, so I'm back at Landmark Aviation, and I am um, in the scenery package by Feelthere, and immediately you can see the differences between the two terminal buildings for general aviation. And while this one is in the right shape, it has the right idea. Um, it does not have nearly the detail that the other payware package has. Uh, but you know, if you're not doing GA, then it's plausible because you're not going to spend any time here. And the same with these buildings. This is these. I, w- I almost want to feel like saying that they almost are unacceptable, but I don't spend a lot of time looking at them. I'm hoping that Phil there will circle back and add detail to these buildings. If they get a reputation for making existing stuff even better, then they would do well. Um, if this is what you get and it's all you're gonna ever get, and unless you can make mods to this stuff yourself, then that could be down the road problematic. Now, one caveat, one in Feelthere's defense, I do believe that KRDU was one of their early or first payware aviation packages. So, um, with that said, they probably, as their experience levels picked up, they probably did a lot better. However, I can tell you from experience that they did a lot more. They did put a lot more detail in their airline, into the commercial airline hubs, the terminals, the airline terminals. So let's let's again just kind of take off, and FAA is still out to lunch. So yeah. So you can see that they do have um, the animated autogen objects. All right, so we don't want to stall the aircraft. Um, yeah, so this is their rendition of Terminal 2, which is RDU's main terminal. And I think they did a really good job on this. I think it's pretty representative. I don't know if I can say, let's see if we can just take a look at the detail on the terminals themselves. And there's not much detail there. The roof looks good, but let's take a look at some other stuff here. Um, and let's keep our airspeed really slow so that we can look. Now, what's this down here? Um, look like some solar. Ooh, uh, maybe gonna skirt that building. The parking deck looks good. I think they did a good job on the parking deck, and so I'm happy with that. And the 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 bridges, they've um, done, in my opinion, excellent jobs on the bridges. All the taxiways work fully, so I can cross from north to south without any problems. In fact, uh, just take a look peek at this. Um, you can even see, try to hit pause, but my my sound was on the other monitor. So let's circle back around and look again. So yeah, look, you can see how the road goes under, and you can see the road, and no rises and bumps. I think they did a really good job here, relative to the default software, default scenery, and relative to the default scenery and the other payware scenery that's obviously based on the default. And those guys who are charging for it didn't even bother to fix the broken stuff. No floating buildings. Now, building is missing. One of the buildings that was floating in the other sim, the package, is missing. This is Juliet, and again, no issues there. Let's just pop over here to the FedEx, UPS cargo terminals, and so so they don't use any. I don't see any cargo aircraft here, but based on what's on the ground, let's see, like fuel trucks down there. And this is a terminal, like somebody's landing, so I don't want to get in their way. So let's get out of their way. So look like there are cargo pods. So yeah, the trucks. So yeah, that this is representative of the at least the objects there are representative of the cargo area. Let's see if he's landed yet. He should be. Um, thought he would have landed by now. Um, and no floating buildings. Now here um, is where the building was floating. I hope you can see the mouse. And there's absolutely no building there, so I don't know what's up with that. And in real life, there's absolutely buildings there. So um, I think Feelthere a little, maybe, well, not even a little bit, a whole lot missed the boat on that. Let's look at Terminal 2. Terminal 2 is just unremarkable. It's a building that they built back in the facade was made back in the 40s or 50s. Um, it was the original airport, and it's been remodeled. Now, look a little small, but they did remove part of Terminal 2. And it does house Southwest and Frontier. Um, but that's a little simplistic but plausible. And out here are cargo, some more cargo stuff, and don't really see a lot of cargo stuff. Let's see. So I think there may be some missing stuff, um, but overall, the this is the rental car section, and I think mainly rental car um, stuff here. You can see it's ortho, which will explain why there are so many vehicles here. These tanks actually do exist, probably jet fuel. Um, so yeah, I'm not sure. I think this is the cargo building. No, no, the cargo building was cargo. Let's see. I have to. Yeah, the cargo is up in here, and so both packages have their ups and downs, but while Feelthere may have put the detail in the terminal, at least the taxiways work. So I can literally take off and land and get back to general aviation no matter which runway I pick, and with the other payware package. And I call it the other payware package because I don't know the name of the developer. I bought it off X-Plane11.org. Um, I can look, Mom, no hands. Um, with the other payware package, I can only land if I want to park on the south side of the airport. I gotta use the south side runways, and vice versa. If I want to park in at GA, not GA, yeah, in the GA parking area, then which is right. Let's see, that's Juliet. So which is right here. Then I have to park. I have to land on 5 left or the north side, 2 3 right, the north side of the airport, because I can't taxi across the taxiways. Anyway, KRDU guys, I hope this video has been informative. I hope you've liked it, and if you haven't, please like and subscribe, comment.
Welcome back now. Cheers.
Until next time.